Listen to these numbers. It is estimated more than 200,000 women in the U.S. will be diagnosed with breast cancer this year. And the National Cancer Institute estimates nearly 40,000 of them will die from the disease. And it's still Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And this morning, Cassie Connerty is here with Scott and White to talk about their high-risk breast clinic in Round Rock. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Erin. Thank you.
Thanks for being here. What happens at the clinic?
Well, we started the clinic almost a year ago now to address a need we were seeing in the community. Women wanted to know more, wanted to be more educated regarding their risk for developing breast cancer. So our team at Scott and White developed this clinic and basically opened our doors to anyone to educate them, to explain to them, to help answer any of their questions they had regarding their risks for breast cancer. So when they come in, we delve into their personal history, their family history, and ask questions, try to figure out where they fall in terms of their risk factors for breast cancer, in terms of their risk. And at that point, we decide if they need more testing, more studies, and decide their treatment plan based on their risk for developing breast cancer.
So when women step in the door, are they already diagnosed with breast cancer, or are some just coming to learn when should I start getting tested and that kind of thing?
Yeah, some women know. So we have a great breast cancer team at Scott and White too, but we also have a clinic that just addresses women's high risk or women's risk factors for developing breast cancer. And I think if a woman is at a small risk or a high risk, the piece of knowing where their risk lies is very comforting to a woman. So we just opened our doors and said, come, we will educate you wherever your risk may fall and help decide a treatment plan, excuse me, based on your risk.
Got it. Because the key is early prevention.
Yes.
Because it greatly lowers the risk of it getting worse or even death down the line.
Yes, and so we can do things up front to help decrease their risk of developing breast cancer.
When women come into the clinic, what are some of the questions that they have? I mean, can you tell when they come in they're worried and anxious, and then the difference of when they leave or when you've worked with them for a while?
Yeah, there's I think no greater joy than seeing a woman come in very anxious and leave very peaceful. Everybody gets peace or calmness when they have an action plan, I think, and so when they leave they have that. But the questions that they come in, what are my risks, what can I do to decrease those risks, do I have risks? And so we discuss those, and they leave usually knowing where their risks lie. I think that there's almost a continuum or a spectrum of risk. The average woman, 1 in 8, will develop breast cancer in their lifetime, all the way up to a BRCA mutation such as Angelina Jolie, where their lifetime risk may be up to 85% of developing breast cancer. So we try to figure out where on that spectrum a woman lies and then help to try to develop a plan to decrease that risk of them developing breast cancer.
And quickly, we've got about 30 seconds left, but some of the risk factors, if someone's sitting at home going, should I be doing something now?
Risk factors: a personal history of a breast biopsy with atypia, a personal history of lymphoma with radiation to the chest wall, breast density, a family history of premenopausal breast cancer, a male breast cancer in a family member, a family history of ovarian cancer, a family history of multiple breast cancers or ovarian cancer are some of the risk factors women should think about.
Great information, Cassie. Thank you so much for being here this morning, and we'll have all this information on our website a little bit later this morning. Now let's head over